Now let's take a look at some trends, notes, betting intel, including an NBA free pick for you. Brought to you by OffshoreInsiders.com. Me, Joe Duffy, 5-3 last night, 11-6 with major plays. That high volume college basketball system that you, if you've been with me for even a short amount of time, it applies just about every day. Well, most days in college basketball. It's on a nice 16-3 run. It's part of 3 winners, 2 in actually it should be 1 in college basketball and 2 in the NBA. But anyway, it's all at OffshoreInsiders.com, www.offshoreinsiders.com. Now, a special bonus today for some other stuff I did. I compiled some notes. Look, bottom line is, do you want these, kind of the tailgate party type thing that I did in football on a daily basis in the NBA and college basketball? I'll do it for you, basically, if the demand is there. Make sure you give us some likes, and if you're listening on iTunes or Stitcher, give us a 5-star for that. That's one way to tell us that you want more of that. Feel free to comment on any of the videos or give us hearts on Periscope. And most importantly, set up an account at mybookie.ag. Use the promo code Duffy. I'll even check it tonight, so if we get a few people that make deposits there, that says you want more of this. But believe me, it's important for you. Most importantly, what's in it for you? You're going to get paid on time. mybookie.ag. No way in hell I will send you to a bookmaker that I don't use myself, that my clients haven't raved about, and that hasn't passed every single test as far as being approved by the online watchdogs. But here are some news and notes that I could give you on a regular basis. The Jazz and the Suns. Rodney Hood, guard, is out for the Jazz. 28.3 minutes, 16.7 points per game, no small loss. Portland and Toronto. Portland is rested. First an opponent playing 3 games in 4 nights, including being unrested. New Orleans and Okie City. New Orleans is rested. First an opponent playing 3 games in 4 nights, including unrested. Pelicans, in fact, will have 2 more days rest. Warriors and the Kings. Guard Sean Livingston out for the Warriors, averages 17.7 minutes per game, 5.2 assists per game, 5.2 rebounds and 2.0 assists. Key player, basically, is my point. For the Kings, Scott Labissiere is out, 18 minutes, 7.9 points per game, 4.5 boards. Willie Cauley-Stein is probable for the Kings. He averages 27 minutes, 12.4 points per game, 6.8 rebounds. Lakers and the Nets. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson out for the Nets, 14.3 points per game, 6.5 rebounds. Karis LeVert for the Nets, expected to be maybe a game-time decision. He's questionable, obviously. 11.7 points per game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Atlanta and Boston. Dennis Schroeder, questionable for the Hawks. He averages 19.4 points per game, 6.6 assists. And we're brought to you by the Master Luck Line as well. 600 plus services and sources behind each and every pick at OffshoreInsiders.com. All right, guys, now as you know, well, maybe you don't know, so let me let you on a little insight. Basically, my computer software says isolate on these games, focus on these games, and then eliminate these based on further research, rather than researching each and every game and then working from there. That would literally take thousands and thousands of man-hours. But the magic computer software, that does for me. Literally hours and man-hours a day of work I couldn't do on my own. No human being could do on my own, and says isolate on these games. So today, had the honor of being asked to be on the Big Man on Campus show, and he said he wanted to talk about Rhode Island versus VCU. So we did take some extra notes on that game. Rhode Island laying 3.5 at mybookie.ag. They're very deep at guard. Jared Terrell, E.C. Matthews, Stanford Robinson, Jarvis Garrett, Jeff Doughton, Fats Russell. Look, Terrell averages 18 points per game. Matthews averages 13.7 points per game. They're very deep and versatile. Really, they have guys with different strengths at guards. Garrett, almost, he's among their all-time assist leaders. Robinson, 14th in the country in steals. Now, the general theory is senior-laden teams start out great, then reach a point of diminishing return late in the season. Well, Long Island, senior-laden, or Rhode Island, senior-laden, they're off of a 10-5 start, but then they drop 2 straight by 13.5 and 7.5 points per game against the spread margin. That is, they won them straight up. But As we said, teams that continue to win straight up, they reach a point of diminishing return anyway, that they're going to be very valued. It's tough to get a team undervalued the more and more they win straight up. So generally, teams on a 13-game winning streak are going to be a little bit overvalued. Anyway, VCU has some depth too. 4 players in double figures each of the last 3 games, all of them wins. However, home dogs of 3.5 or more in a 3-game or more winning streak, which is the case for VCU. They're actually a go against, pretty solid go against at 240 and 192. That would favor URI, who has won, as we said, 13 straight. Now, URI is traveling 417 miles. They lost in Virginia 70-55 earlier this season. Of course, that being said, Virginia, of course, a tremendous defensive team. The reason they lost, not really so much because of travel, but Virginia is such a good team. But, you know, that's fairly far to travel on a weeknight while classes are in session. So, again, there is your preview. You want stuff more like this each and every day, we'll give it to you. Give us as many likes as possible, retweets embedded on your website. You know, feel free to comment, give us a vote of confidence. And again, if you're listening to our podcast, please give us a 5-star review wherever you are listening. Now, here's your free pick from Joe Duffy's Picks. Take the road team in a battle of 2 high-scoring teams. Home team fat and happy off the win. Road team recently has been scoring well, 248, 145, and 8. The free winning pick is the Lakers plus the 1.5 against Brooklyn. Once again, the Lakers plus the 1.5 against Brooklyn. Get my premium picks off a winning night last night at offshoreinsiders.com and also thoroughly vetted sportsbooks, including mybookie.ag. Use the promo code for maximum bonus is Duffy. So even if you deposit $100, you'll get, I think right now it's about a 50% sign-up bonus day, but you'll get the maximum bonus. That's $150 that you could bet with tonight if you mention the promo code Duffy. And again, I will check and see how many deposits were made, and if a few of them were made from new clients and whatnot, that's your way of telling me you want more of these podcasts with previews and free picks at offshoreinsiders.com.